I'm just here for like 1 second because I don't do this on the stage. Yesterday I was here as well. Some of you were here as well because I see some familiar faces as well. It's just the orientation was changed. Yesterday I was there. Today I'm here. Yesterday was a lot easier for me because it was horizontal. So now it's long, so it's a bit difficult for me to get there. Hi, Elaine. Familiar faces, so that's good. Now, I was thinking, why am I asked to do this 2 days in a row? All because of general election. So they moved all the events and crammed it up to this week because it's supposed to be kind of dispersed. What I will be talking today is transforming HR, a point of view. Need not necessarily mean it's a Maybank story specifically. Reason is, I've been to many other organizations and I've seen transformation in many cycles, right? HR is HR, but HR's maturity or life cycle is rather different for a lot of us here. So if I share a specific case study, it may not be absolutely relevant. Yeah? Instead of doing that, I'll share a few of my experiences transforming HR in different organizations, in a GLC, in a PLC, a public listed company, in a MNC. Interestingly, the most difficult one is in an MNC. The easiest one is in the PLC. If your owner said, okay lah. All PLC is driven by a specific owner. And like any transformation, the key to any transformation is the readiness as well as the willpower. All of us can do this. You can just Google and there will be plenty of transformation models. The question is how you're going to get this done through the right buy-in, to the right sponsorship by the top. Transformation cannot be done from the bottom. Neither can it be done from the top alone. In my experience, transformation must be done from the middle, which is the most difficult because we are all sandwiched. The top says something, the bottom not ready. The side are saying, we are cynical about this because we have done this before, we have done 20 transformations, different names, same result. I would like to challenge that. The reason why we have 20 is because it didn't fail, because it was a progression. Yeah? So if any of you have gone through 20, I don't think so 20, because normally one transformation takes 3 years or 2 years. If it's 20, it's 40 years, unless our careers span that long. Probably 2 or 3 transformations, right? I was fortunate enough to be in 4 transformations. Yeah? With varying degree of success. All are successful, but in varying degrees. Now, I would like to share, firstly, anybody from banking here or financial services? Some. Okay. So, whatever I'm going to say in the first 4 slides would hit very close to home. Firstly, let me put this out for context first. Banking is a traditional business. Hasn't changed for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Ever since there's currency, banking has always existed. And it hasn't changed. It's a credit business. Technically, we borrow money and then we lend it out. So it's a credit business. And that's it. As simple as that. Yeah, hasn't changed very much. In the last 5 years, things have changed tremendously for us. Firstly, our competitors have changed from banks to non-banks. Never before we have other people who has the license to lend money. Never before we have competitors who can accept money and then lend it out. Now you have so many, right? All of you have Touch and Go, yes? That's a captive product. There's no other way but to use it if you want to use highway, unless you use trunk road all the way. Yeah? So that's changing. It has really changed, but it's more aggressive now. Market realities have also changed. From geopolitically, economically, from a customer perspective, and so on. If I go straight to the industry roles, there are not that many bankers here, so it's going to be really boring what I'm going to say. Yeah, there's still a few hands. I've got head of HR from Alliance here, so she will understand what I'm saying. And fully appreciate that there is this disintermediation of the industry. What I mean by that is banks has always been intermediaries. We don't produce anything. Technically, banks are the world's #1 trader. In, out. None of those belong to us. We take your money and we lend it out to somebody else. They pay us interest, we pay you back. That's all we do. And we make money that way. Interestingly, that is changing because of this disintermediation, meaning there are other direct, which means you get money without going through banks. That requires change in mindset, change in model, change in behavior. Therefore, HR needs to change too, right? We can't operate in the same way if the business model is changing. Most of our organizations are built this way to withstand waves. The stronger, high capital, strong capability. So any waves that come, good. The last 2 years have taught us nothing can prepare us for something that is totally unprecedented. Unprecedented is probably one of the most used word in the last 2 years, apart from COVID-19, the pandemic, and pivot. All of us use pivot. Same words. I like it unprecedented because it has never happened before. That hits everybody else. World War II was the last one. Even then, it didn't hit everybody else. It hit Europe. It probably hit us because of Japan. But World War II is not really World War because South America didn't get it. But COVID touched everyone. And that changed things forever. For us. All of us. Yeah? What is COVID? This is COVID. The wave is so high that no lighthouse, no structure will be able to withstand it. Therefore, all of us need to learn to ride the wave, to serve the tide. All these are all very, fluffy stuff that HR is really good at, right? Doing a town hall and talking about all this. At the end, all of us go back and, what did he talk about again? All of us have town halls in the office, right? I'm sure. And CEOs and CHROs will talk about this in one way or another. Now, I'll make it a bit more real for us. This is what I call, don't take this to, and say that this is the only truth. I'm just labeling it HR Transformation 1.0. HR Transformation 1.0. It's all of us started somewhere, and this is where it's all started for us. I can almost guarantee, if not 80%, maybe more, of our colleagues here, our HR is structured in this way. Business partner, center of expertise, shared service. Any of our HR is structured this way? A quick show of hands? So little. Wow. Either you're already in 2.0 or you are still at 0.0. So which one is it? 0.0 is function. No business partner, no shared service. Compensation and benefit, recruitment, training. The word is training, not learning development. Still that? I'm surprised. Either all are very shy. I'm almost certain 80, if not 90%, will be already here because that is Dave Ulrich's model. And all of us read his book. If you don't read his book, you must have gone for some conferences and heard about it. It makes sense, and you do it. Yeah? Interestingly, do you think that we have a problem with this model? No, this is a great model, right? Is it a great model? It works? It works. No need to change. There's no need to transform. We can ride the wave with this model. Although 90% of us have this model, there are some shortcomings in this model. It's better than 0.0, for sure. Why do we have a business partner? Because you need to be close to the business, understand the business, etc., etc. Why you have center of expertise so that they can focus. Why we have shared service? Because it's operational, administrative. We want to take away the administrative function of HR, but I guarantee you HR is 99% administrative. Even your COEs are 99% administrative. Your HR business partner is 150% administrative. HR business partner normally have 3 jobs. Only 50% of HR business partner job, if not more, is hiring. The other 20% is cyclical called pay, bonus, performance management. Another 20-25%, these are for the good ones, yeah, are supposed to do consultative. And most of the time, there's no consultation. It's taking instructions. And business partner is always stuck in the middle. Do I report to my functional boss or do I report to my business boss? Stuck. When you ask them, who exactly is your boss? Both are my boss. I have many bosses. Normally that will be the answer, right? Immediately you can see, maybe there is some issues here. The post-pandemic perfect storm, I call it. Why is perfect storm? Because currently we have other things as well. We are not even out of pandemic yet. It's called post-peak pandemic. Now we have other things. China versus US, supply chain issues, Russia versus Ukraine, Argentina versus Croatia, England versus France, Brazil versus Croatia, Portugal versus, Morocco. See, all these geopolitical tensions is creating problems. Because most of the men here are zombified the next day because they stayed up for the 5 o'clock and they have to come to work. If your office is not hybrid, big problem. Because next day there is a 9 o'clock meeting and you just went to bed at 5. God forbid, if the 5 o'clock there's a penalty kick, it finishes at 6:30. Then no need to sleep already lah. So all these are geopolitical tensions, by the way. Country within countries fighting for honors. Same lah. Russia didn't qualify for World Cup, but they qualified somewhere else. It requires new workforce. It requires new capabilities. It requires new technology. And it brings about new expectations. Do you know what is the number 1, 2, and 3 greatest complaint about HR by CEOs? You want to guess? Anyone? Or you think HR, CEOs are all happy with HR? HR is excellent, perfect, number 1 partner, enabler, business partner, accelerator, catalyst for change. This is all what we want to believe. Any CEOs here? I would love to ask that CEO. I work with Tan Sris, I've worked with CEOs, I've worked with managing directors. All of them, by and large, have 3 main complaints. Or not complaints lah. 3 main comments about HR. Number 1, we don't understand business enough. Have you heard that before? Lack of business acumen. Of course lah. You give me 20 million to invest, I'll have business acumen too. But we don't. So that's number one comment. What's the number 2 comment? What's the number 2 comment? You must have heard it. Anyone? Processes. Okay, if I have to expand that, HR is very administrative, not strategic. No? Heard that before? No, you guys are all strategic, right? Whoever comes to this is already have the awareness to be strategic. That's why you come here, so that you can finish your budget for this year. Your learning budget. That's why there's so many people at the end of the year. Because if this is done in the beginning of the year, all HR cannot come. You know why? Because all busy doing your year-end evaluation, preparing to pay compensation after that. All of us that won't be here. The best conference to do in January is called Rewards. That's the number 2. What's the number 3 comment about HR? Pardon? Very slow? I've never heard that, but I acknowledge and I share your sentiment, yes. We ought to be faster in many things. But, they normally, they know it's tough. There's one comment. He says, absolutely salient. Not strategic enough, don't know the business enough. One more. Oh, cost center. Ini memang sakit ni selalu. You're a cost center, you're not profit center. Asyik, duit je. What's the third one? Dekat lah tu, dekat. It's very close. Cannot think? No ROI. No ROI. No, I'm saying no. You mean no ROI, is it? HR, no ROI. Same lah, cost center, right? I would rephrase that. It's close. I'll rephrase that. It's very close to the first one that, we don't know the business very much. We are here to push paper. We are here to deliver a process because we always use compliance as a reason. Ini compliance. If you're a bank cantik, ini bank negara. If you're not, you'll find something. Ini Employment Act. So it frustrates the CEOs. And we still think that, this is the best we can do. Yeah? There is a prediction that 53% of today's jobs will be gone in 10 years. Gone. I don't believe so. I don't believe they really go away. I believe it will change. It's our job to ensure that we fix that 3 comments, that we are relevant to the business. We are not just compliance tick boxes. And we certainly need to be fast, yes. The only reason why we can't be a profit center is because the moment we are a profit center, then we are not HR anymore because we are doing so many things, right? We are not cost center. We are called investment centers. Cost and investment, there is a big difference. Big difference. We want to call ourselves human capital. If you are called human resource, cost center lah. If you are human capital, it's called investment center. One word change will change paradigm as well. Yeah? HR needs to lead this change into what I call the HR transformation 2.0. I have very little time. Yeah? I can't go into all of this. I'll take probably few. Right? 1 is number 3. You look at number 3, there is this number 3. It's called on demand. They stopped me, eh? Okay. Wow. This is called, okay, keep quiet already. Number 3 is on demand. What is on demand? On demand means, you think about it, is HR reactive? Do we react when fire happens? Do we react when a crisis happens? On demand is not preparing before it happens. It is preempting it before it happens. So when it happens, you can deliver. Most of you will say, mana ada masa? Why? Head count. Not enough. Every time there is, just now Oli was saying, every time there's a cut in cost, HR first, right? No, every time there's a head count freeze, business will get it. HR, okay lah. Kerja payroll je. No need. That's wrong. The pandemic has taught us that. I'm sure all of us had this issue during the pandemic that we are the Minister of Health, we are the Kementerian Dalam Negeri, we are MITI, we are Ketua Polis Negara, everything they'll say, tomorrow can work ah? Mengapa U-turn ah? Why is the policy? And HR is supposed to know everything. So that's the time when you say, it's on demand, we ask for it, we need to be ready for it. And that requires a change in mindset, a change in how we are operating, a change in terms of how we are structured. Don't we feel that we are so important, no, at that time? So important. Even marketing got to tell you, my logistics team can go that route or not. There's a difference between MITI SOP with Kementerian Consumerism punya different. I had that issue, big issue. I wasn't in Maybank then, but that was a big issue. Every day there's a change, right? That's what I mean by on demand. And another one that I want to be a bit more specific in is mass personalization. In service, we want hyper personalization. Everyone is specific. Everyone, that is ideal. That is called transformation 3.0. 2.0, mass personalization first. Because HR doesn't have any personalization. We love to mass process. Kalau boleh, batch process. All our staff must be staff number. The staff number, I don't know who they are. If possible, I go into Excel. I can do one batch processing, masuk, keluar, habis. That also need to change. And to do that, you need technology. All of us are already personalized. All of us. But our vocation, we have not done it yet. Your Shopee account is personalized to you. Your YouTube account is personalized to you. Everything is personalized to you. When you go to a toilet in the morning before preparing for work, using a specific brand of toiletry, while you are using the toiletry, there is a feed coming to you, there's a discount in Tesco for this particular brand that you're using. I kid you not. How did they know? Because your camera is on, your location is on, your mic is on. You talk about buying a car to your wife or to your spouse, suddenly the next day there is a feed coming to you. There's this color, new model coming up. That's hyper-personalization. Is HR close to that? No, we don't even know who our staff are, okay, sometimes. They probably ask you, what's your staff number again? 0007235 or whatever. Okay, let me check in the system. Oh, you've been here for 25 years. Baru I kenal. And that is a travesty. We need to change. I won't go through this about my last slide already. I went through yesterday, slide by slide, because today is not talking about that. Today is talking about general transformation. I will probably take one of the boxes. You cannot see anything. That's the whole plan. That's the whole point. You cannot see anything, so I can say whatever I want to say. My favorite of all HR process, favorite, is talent. But I won't talk about talent. I'll talk about rewards, because I set it up already, right? Rewards, to me, I'm sorry for the rest of you who have heard what I said yesterday. With a twist, I'll repeat what I said. Rewards is the most misunderstood function in HR, and the one that requires the most transformation in. Learning development, we have moved. Organization development, we have moved. Talent, we have transformed. Right? Shared service we have transformed. Has rewards changed very much in the last 30, 50 years? Has it changed? We still talk about compa ratio, yes. We still talk about benchmark, yes. Market comparison, yes. We still tell people, can I know my salary band? No. Can I know what's the matrix for bonus? Absolutely not. Can audit come and audit anything? HR can lah. Learning can. Can audit rewards? No. It's the one function that requires urgent transformation. And I believe that transformation requires some radical thought. One, I know, let me finish. I know that. It's my last slide. Why do I say that it is the function that requires the most urgent need? Because things haven't changed. Interestingly is, everyone in HR has transferred to another function in HR except rewards. People in rewards will be there forever and ever because they think nobody else can do rewards. First transformation, we need to send non-rewards people into rewards and get rewards people to go out there, become business partner, and then feel that pain of not being able to communicate anything about the most critical piece of retention and attraction. Then they go back, they will know, my God, if I need to find ways to communicate this properly. That's number one. Number two, we need to unblack box rewards. How to make rewards transparent whilst maintaining confidentiality. Why can't we share methodology and approach of computing bonuses? Why not? Why can't we make people understand how we benchmark salaries? Who do we benchmark with? And third, do you think it's okay to tell them you're P25? You're P50? You're P99, therefore, sorry, gaji mati for a while? Find ways, guys, because they will know it anyway. You know how they know it? They go for interview, they'll know it, whether they are P25 or P30 or whatever. They will know it immediately. By then, it's too late. You think by being secretive, it helps the organization? No. You actually will lose people for nothing. That's why we need to change that mindset. Obviously, I have transformation stories for all of it, but I think already many times. Yeah? This is my last slide. Regardless of what transformation model we use, I suggest when we do HR transformation, we do bite-size. Don't be overly ambitious and do the whole thing. Choose areas that require transformation first. Rewards can be one of them. If talent is requiring some transformation, choose talent. And then build out from there. Unless you have the appetite of an enterprise transformation that includes HR, that needs to have a full revamp of the model, of how it's structured, then it's fine. If it's not, if the appetite is there, but because of opportunity costs, because of financial cost, transformation costs money, costs time. Then be specific, be targeted, be surgical. And my suggestion is, choose one that is the most difficult, but probably would be the most impactful. The one that I said earlier. So thank you very much for listening so patiently. I understand if you have any questions for me, it won't be here, you'll be somewhere else, which is a very different format. But anyway, I wish you all the very best in your transformation agenda, your transformation journey, and have a good end of the year vacation before the craziness sets in quarter one 2023. So good luck everyone and all the best.